Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Brothers Take podcast, the podcast where nerdy brothers get together each week to talk gaming primarily, but sometimes there are other interests, including movies, TV shows, and music, which is what we're going to be doing this week as we do volume 2 of our best video game soundtracks of all time. My name is Chris. I am joined by my brother Eric.
Hello.
And we are joined by our brother Adam, who is
Hello.
back in the room. Um, Adam's got a very eclectic taste in music and a good sense of like putting things together. So that's what we were like.
So we've raised the bar.
We raised the bar very high. Yeah. Long time ago, we did a best video game soundtracks volume 1. We did it as an episode. We put 14 tracks on it, all from very different games. It's a high bar actually, but we foolishly, instead of just saying best video game soundtracks full stop, we and obviously in our opinion, right, and to our tastes, to the games we've played, the music we've listened to, we called it volume 1, which implies that you have to do at least a volume 2. A volume 1 cannot stand alone. And we've just decided that this week's episode, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be appreciating great video game soundtracks and trying to curate volume 2 to the best video game soundtracks of all time for the Brothers Take. But of course, we haven't played every game ever. We haven't listened to every amazing piece of orchestrated music for games ever. So we're going to miss some of your personal favorites. And that's where we want you guys to chime in to let us know what we've missed or what we need to listen to for maybe an eventual volume 3. Should have to be a final volume, really. I'm a big believer in trilogies. But anyway, so if you're watching this YouTube, make sure you jump down into the comments at any point to share your thoughts on the music that we end up picking for this particular volume, or also to let us know what songs we are missing and that we need to be considering in the future. If you enjoyed this episode, please do give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, ring the notification bell for all future content. And to those of you listeners on audio platforms, you can also touch base on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X at The Brothers Take, again, to give your take on the best video game soundtracks. But without further ado, let's talk music.
Let's do volume 2.
That was way better. Without further ado, let's talk volume 2. How did I miss that? This is why.
That's what happens when
That's
you go
why.
to Manchester.
That's what happens when you're not around, Adam. We miss shit like that. You know what I mean? Off the bar.
I tell you now, though, my list is literally what didn't make the last one.
Excellent. And I'm wondering if there's going to be some new ones since, because there would have been games that came out in the meantime, stuff that we might consider. We called the first volume, I think we called it That's So Metal, as in the episode where we did it. That was mainly alluding, I think, to the Doom soundtrack, really. But there was a few other just bangers in there. So speaking of metal, I just came back from the Poisoned Ascendency tour over in Manchester. If anyone is a fan of heavy metal music, this was the tour where Trivium and Bullet for My Valentine celebrated the 20th anniversary of both The Poison and Ascendency by playing them in full as co-headliners. It was fan-fucking-tastic, a great time. Of all the metal shows I've been to, and I've been to a lot at this point, the biggest mosh pit I have ever seen. Ever. Absolutely insane. And then I was in it. It was fucking, you couldn't not be in it. You were like, there was well, I suppose I'm in it now. The circle just kept getting bigger and collecting people as it went. So it was just crazy. But the sound was incredible. The guys killed it. And if you're a fan of the bands and you haven't got your tickets yet, I mean, they are traveling the world. Maybe they're not coming to your specific country. See where there's one close by. Get a ticket. Go to it. You won't regret it. Absolutely brilliant. One thing I will say is, because myself and Phil went, and we would be, obviously, we're very big Trivium fans. And obviously there was a lot of Trivium fans there, but the crowd was very much a Bullet crowd, and we realized that when it was like they were shouting out the bands, or like the first band, Orbit Culture, were the opening act, and they were like,
There's three bands all together at this?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Holy
they were like,
fuck.
who's here to see Trivium, or not who's here to see Trivium, but make some noise for Trivium, whatever. And like we're like, hey, a lot of people. And then it's like, and Bullet for my Valentine, and the whole place erupted. I mean, Phil went,
Mm.
all right, all
Yeah.
right. It's that kind of. So what we found, we were very lucky that for us, the lineup was Orbit Culture, Bullet, and then Trivium. Bullet and Trivium are swapping
Mhm.
at different venues.
Mm.
And so for us, it was great because it was like Trivium were the headliner, even though they would have played the same sets either way. Um, but I think most of the crowd would have preferred the other way around. That's the feeling I got. Um, but I don't give a fuck. I was delighted, and I actually thought the difference between the two, they both were amazing, but the difference between the two was Bullet felt like ceremony. It felt like we're playing the Poison because it's the 20th anniversary, and this is the order it goes in, and this is how it goes, right? Trivium felt like a celebration. Trivium were having a party up there. They were playing around with the set a bit. They were doing shit with the set, and anyone who was there for the Trivium stuff were really like killing it. So, yeah, that's for me what the difference was. Maybe I'm biased, but that was the energy that I felt. But yeah, so anyone out there,
But I think
interested
Ascendancy
should go.
overall is a heavier album.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a heavier album. Like
Yeah.
Bullets, the Poison is a little bit more melodic,
Yeah.
and there's more singy parts.
Hmm.
You know, um, yeah, there's less to sing on Ascendancy. You know,
Yeah. Once rain hits, like, I mean, it's just.
yeah, it's just insanity, to be honest with you. But yeah, so it was great. It was absolutely great. There was a thing that they did for Trivium's last song was in Waves after they did the Ascendancy album. And during so the intro to In Waves is Capsizing the Sea, right?
Mhm.
There's like an intro track that they always play. And normally I've seen at other gigs them do the kind of the Slipknot thing where everyone gets down and then
Mhm.
on In Waves jumps up,
Hmm.
right? This time though, and I've never seen this before, it was hilarious and, and like you could see Mahifi trying not to laugh. But the biggest guys in the whole place automatically just got on the ground but started like rowing each other.
Oh, I saw the
I've
clips
never
online.
seen this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
It
so
was a,
many people got down, and then me
yeah.
and Phil were like, well, okay, fuck it. Got down.
Yeah, it was a big,
And
massive, like, row your
row your
boat
boat kind of
yeah.
thing, and everyone's just
Yeah.
going, heave, heave, Jerry capsized in the sea. And then when it went off, then everyone jumped up. But I was like, how did everyone know what to do? I've never seen this before. Like,
Well, you just get enough people to do it, and then others will just join.
but they had to know to do it though. Like they were like they were ready for it. Like I
Yeah.
was like, obviously it is a thing then, and it just never
Yeah.
happened in Ireland. But I don't know, maybe it's a UK thing. It was fucking hilarious though. But yeah, so that's just a little quick review on the Poison Ascendancy tour. Absolutely excellent, top of their game. But now we're going to be talking about music in video games and trying our very best to do a respectable volume 2 to our already absolutely stellar volume 1. Might be hard to beat. Maybe we need a recap for people on what volume 1 was.
Yeah, I have the list open up here in front of me, and
Will you give it to
Sheesh.
us, Eric?
That's a fucking list. All right, so we have very first has to be mentioned, Dragonborn from Skyrim.
And it made sense to be the opener for ours, yeah.
Uh,
Yep.
Uncharted Drake's Fortune, Nate's team.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Promise Reprise from Silent Hill. Oh yeah, it's probably yeah. Uncharted obviously is from Uncharted. Promise Reprise from Silent Hill 2. Ezio's Family from pretty much all the Assassin's Creed games at this point. There's actually a rendition of it in all of them, but it
Is there?
started. Yeah, it's kind of become the main theme.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But it started in Assassin's Creed 2, so that's one we chose. The Last of Us theme,
Yeah.
from The Last of Us.
Jesus.
Rip and Tear from Doom 2016.
I mean, that's the one, really. Like,
Mm.
Pentagon from Call of Duty Black Ops.
Mhm.
yeah.
It's quite a metal album. Aloy's theme from Horizon Zero Dawn, the Arkham City main theme from Batman Arkham City,
Ah, Jesus.
Leaving Earth from Mass Effect 3,
Yes, yes.
the Tomb Raider from the 2013 Tomb Raider reboot remake, Halo theme Mjolnir mix, which was
Ah,
the
Jesus Christ!
the,
Like
the
this is gonna
metal
be.
version from Halo 2.
Yes, yeah. This is gonna be impossible.
Final Fantasy VII Remake, Let the Battles Begin.
Yeah, yeah.
And then from Final Fantasy VII Remake. And then finally, the cherry on it all, the best is yet to come from Metal Gear Solid.
And this is the problem. That's the promise we made.
Yeah. Yeah.
The best is yet to come. Okay, so in trying to curate a volume 2, I think at first we just need to like throw up a bunch of songs that we're like considering. And the aim would be we did 14 tracks there. So the aim would be another 14. Right?
Okay.
Are we
Are
allowed
you taking note?
I'll take note. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
take note as we go.
Okay,
Are we allowing there wasn't a lot of it on the first volume, but are we allowing songs written for video games that include vocals?
I would say no, because that opens up things, written for video
Yeah, like
games.
written specifically, like it's part of the
So like
game's
Aerith's
soundtrack.
song in
In
Rebirth.
Rebirth. Or like, for example, Snake Eater.
Those ones, yes. I would say no to ones that are like, the way there's some songs
Well,
like Shattering the Skies. Was it Shattering the Skies Above or something like that? Do you remember there was a bunch of tracks that were like tied to certain games. Like that one was for God of War 3, I think. But it was released later on their album. Do you know what I mean? Like
Okay, okay.
I think it needs to be like where you would get it if you were looking for the soundtrack.
Mm.
The song exists on the soundtrack to that thing, and it doesn't exist with the artist's
On an
own
album.
stuff.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So like another example would be that you can't use any of the renditions of songs from like BioShock Infinite. Every so often you meet that
Hmm.
barbershop quartet band are singing real
Yeah,
Earth-based
right, okay.
songs. Yeah, you can't shoot like even though you might find it on the soundtrack, they're real songs that you could find somewhere else.
But can you use that version? You just can't use the. I'm not saying we're going to. I'm trying to find the rules here. You know what I mean in terms of what we're okay with.
I would say
I would say yeah, that one's fine.
It's it's
okay.
recorded for the soundtrack. Like,
I would say that one's fine because that's actually that's in the context of the game. That's not
Fuck that. That's all I've got to say is barbershop quartet songs.
that's not like, oh, what was the one who did a song specifically for Death Stranding, but it's like their song then.
Was
like
well
the
I suppose
entire album for Death
Death
Stranding. They're all artists that put their songs on their own albums.
like Ludens
Yeah,
by
basically.
Bring Me the Horizon.
Like okay,
One
so we're saying,
movie.
like Ludens is not a possibility, right?
Yeah, because
Because it ended up on Survival Horror.
it's their own stuff, like,
Yeah,
really.
yeah. And like you can't go Welcome to the Jungle because it was in San Andreas, on the radio.
Correct. Well, that
Yeah.
one's definitely not made for the game, but
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. But we're okay with songs written for the game that do have lyrics in them, in the same way as
Yes.
The Best Is Yet to Come had lyrics in it.
Oh yeah.
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 Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
All right.
All right.
I have a feeling I know what Chris is going to choose.
There's one that I think should be considered in the context of there was some metal on the first album, and I think there's a metal song that should be considered.
That's fair.
The only problem I have is before we started recording, we had a all three must agree rule, and I don't think Adam knows this song.
No, he doesn't.
However, if we're stuck for 14, then we said if two agree, then it can happen. But one, I'm going to throw it out there, and we could just literally just place it here for the moment, and it's not necessarily meaning it's going in, is Herald of Darkness from Alan Wake 2.
I knew it was that.
Because the Old Gods of Asgard are not a real band. They're a band that is only in that world. And that song is a 13-minute heavy metal musical. And I think it should be considered. It was such a big moment that it was recreated at the Game Awards, and it's a fucking awesome song. But I
That thing they all dance to?
yeah yeah
Oh, right.
yeah sick. You got
In the context of the game,
in
it
context of the
is
game, it's
it's fucking
absolutely
class.
incredible.
Okay.
It is.
Take your
But
word
anyway,
for it.
yeah. Okay, so look at the moment. I think we just throw some tracks out there, right? So,
Okay.
Eric,
Okay.
I was thinking, actually going with heavy metal. The only thing they fear is you from Doom Eternal.
the only thing they
I
fear is
actually
you.
don't know. I mean, Doom Eternal is not one that I've. Because I remember when Doom first came out and I used to go to the gym and stuff. Like, I would actually just put on that set list
Right.
Yeah,
for Doom 2016. So I do know the tracks from it because it's the only way to make the weights fear you. But
that,
Eternal,
that
I
was
don't
some metal in itself.
know. Eternal, I'm actually not. I'm not that. I do think it works really well in the context of the game, but I never actually like listened to it, so I wouldn't
It's
know the track.
Are we against tracks from games that we've already used?
Huh?
no,
Like, are we
What?
like
No.
so?
Oh God, no.
Like, what I'm saying is Volume One kind of like that song represents that game, and that's it. You know
No.
what I mean?
no,
Or
no, no, no.
if someone was like BFG from Doom 2016,
Right.
because Doom 2016 is the better soundtrack than Doom Eternal. I would
Yeah,
say.
it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I can't recall. Like, I mean, that could be a fucking killer song. I just can't recall that. I can't remember.
It's the one that was placed like it's pretty much the one where if you've ever seen someone edit a clip of a character absolutely shredding through a bunch of people, that's the track they actually tend to put over the music if they're choosing Doom.
Oh, I thought it was the one from Doom 2016.
Mm.
I think it's either one of those two, Rip or Tear and Doing the
So what
Fear.
you're saying is the only thing they fear is you is like the rip and tear of Doom Eternal.
I'm pretty sure it is, yeah.
Okay, 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 cool.
Or well, I'm happy with the BFG because that's also fucking class from 2016.
It is very good.
It's very good.
Should I throw it up? Again,
Okay.
they're not going on yet. We're just
Yeah,
throwing
yeah,
up tracks to consider. Okay, come on, Adam, give us Untitled Goose Game.
yeah.
Um, I'm going to say one that I think all three of us are going to agree on,
Yeah, okay,
like straight off the bat,
okay,
and that is Suicide Mission from Mass Effect 2.
absolutely.
Yeah, that was on my mind. That was on my mind. Yep, Suicide. Yeah.
Yes,
I mean, I
absolutely.
played through that entire trilogy recently, and fucking getting to that last mission of Mass Effect 2 was like, this is probably my favorite last mission in a game.
Yeah,
It's a fucking class.
But I even think like outside of the context, it's just so good. That's just such a good track.
Yeah.
yes.
I mean, like there's some
Brilliant.
tracks where it's like it's within the context of what you're doing really enhances it. So every time you listen to it, you're reminded of that.
Mm.
I think you can just throw that on. Like that's such a good tune.
Yeah, it's a banger. Okay, I'm gonna throw up "The Price of Freedom" from the Crisis Core soundtrack.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice,
okay.
nice.
I just think the guitar work and everything in that is fucking killer, and also very emotional. We have a couple of emotional songs in the first volume, as well as those bangers. So, Price of Freedom.
Very good. Very good. Legolas.
All right, Eric.
All right, here's one. Right. Going from again Final Fantasy 7 remake. Choose one of Final Fantasy 7 remake.
Okay.
Because I don't know about you, right? So this way we're just throwing it out there, right? But it gets me pumped every time I hear it, right? And you remember that trailer to what was the fucking one they made from mobile?
Ever Crisis.
Ever Crisis, and they had the
Oh,
bombing
yeah?
mission music
Mm-hmm.
playing over it, and I was so I'm suggesting the bombing mission track from Final Fantasy 7 remake.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah. Okay. Adam.
I will suggest Far Horizons from Skyrim.
Uh, is that the nice one?
That's the one. Basically, it always seems to play the moment you step over the hill and you see you're walking down towards Whiterun, kind of.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
the music, but it's that one. It's the
yeah,
one that you're like, I am on an adventure.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it's quite meditative as well.
Yeah,
Ye-
it's quite nice to put on.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna try out one that's a more recent game in more recent years, like um, but it stood out to me. So looking at volume one, there is one horror game in the list, right?
Hmm.
Right.
So then I would say, well, for volume two, it would be nice to get another horror game into the mix. Um, but we already did Silent Hill, and we did the iconic Silent Hill track, really. So I
Hmm.
was thinking Resident Evil.
Hmm.
Like on Resident Evil always has like fitting music, but never music that you want to actually throw on and listen to. Except for me, and I don't know how you guys feel, this particular track, which was in all the trailers, the marketing, and then in the most amazing fucking crazy moment in Resident Evil Village. And it's called The Descent into the Village. And it's the Call of Duty ass moment. And the
Oh yeah.
drums are like dun 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 dun, and the fucking baby noises are in the background. And I think it's an incredible track that we
Mm.
should consider for a moodiness aspect of the playlist.
Okay.
Sure. I'm not against that.
All right, Adam.
Is it back to me?
Adam. Oh no, it's back to Eric. Sorry.
Back to Eric.
Uh right. So, you know the way we had like a lovely piece of music, like Aloy's theme,
Mm-hmm.
the last one. I was kind of thinking Stellar Blade because that does have really beautiful music in it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard one to get me and Adam on, though, isn't it?
It is.
Yep.
It is. So
Like,
maybe
we
not
haven't heard
actually.
it, like.
Yeah, that is
It's
fair. That
already
is fair.
it's already
It's
knocked
already
off.
it can't really. You'd have to have sent us the soundtrack beforehand or something. Or
True. Right. Other fucking soundtracks that are not from Volume One. What's the name of that Krogan music? Remember from Mass Effect 3?
I do.
What's the hell is that called again? Uh,
Mm.
One second. Let me just get up the soundtrack for a
Are we
second.
are we hitting all of the like? Can I? Let's start playing popcorn style now rather than going one at a time.
Yeah, I have a list to get through.
Yeah, let's just start jumping in and throwing them out there, right?
Okay.
We haven't got a God of War team on Volume One,
No.
right? We've two eras of God of War that we need to consider. I wouldn't put them both on the same volume, but are
Sure.
we going whole Devil's Pot of Tea or are we going fucking Ragnarok? Like, what era God of War? But I feel like we had a Last of Us on part one. We need a God of War on part two.
It's how you feel.
That's how I feel. I don't know how you guys feel. Do you not feel that? Do you not feel
Well,
God of
what's Adam thinking? What's if Adam's
I,
got
I,
a
I don't
whole
have
list?
like yeah, I have a list and God of War is not on it.
none of them?
None of them.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
I
Like
want a whole
I find
Devil's
God
Pot
of
of
War
Tea.
stuff is like fitting and it's always fun and good crack when you hear that come on, but um I don't particularly find it super iconic actually.
You don't want a whole Devil's Pot of Tea.
I just
You
said
don't
I
find
it's
that
fun.
iconic? Are you crazy? Oh, Devil's Pot of Tea. Da-dun, da-da-dun. Come on. Anyway, go on. Give us your list then.
Okay, so I'll just throw out three that is like these are actually super iconic.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a lot of what we've been discussing are things that have been orchestrated.
Yes.
But I think it would be just ridiculous to not have any form of mention of like OG polyphonic, like NES and Game Boy games
Yeah,
in
yeah.
terms of quality.
Yeah.
Because these are tracks that if you mention it, it's like you know what it is, and every rendition since hasn't really changed the formula, which just shows how well they've been written the first time.
Yes.
So the first one I mentioned it would be the main theme to Pokemon
I knew you were going to say
1998.
that. I
Pokemon.
just the minute you were talking, I was like, he's probably going to say Pokemon. And see, this is why Adam is the what'd you say, the eclectic?
Well, this is why we needed Adam on for talking music. Yeah, he's gonna have a
Yeah.
more broad.
And
Yeah,
of course, this isn't the one from the TV show. This is like, this is the one
yeah.
where
This
you
is, I
go.
wanna be the very
It's not that.
best. No, not that one. The one from the game.
The game, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't really know that one.
Okay. I think you would if you heard it though. You'd be
You
like,
would if
oh
you
yeah,
heard. This
Would
is
I?
the
yeah.
thing.
It's
Yeah.
like that's so goddamn iconic. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's
Sure.
used in it's the menu, it's the main menu for every single Pokemon game since.
Boy, what was the last Pokemon game I played? It was like Game Boy Advance.
All right, Adam,
Really?
throw out some more.
Yeah.
The Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, yeah.
That's-
You know,
you know
I
what?
I was looking through the Legend of Zelda theme,
Yeah.
and I was like, don't get me wrong, I always know it when I hear it, but I don't think it does anything for me as a theme on its own. And so,
Okay.
in a similar way to how you've talked about God of War, where it's like, yeah, it's perfectly fitting for what it's in, but I would never throw it on. Like, I'll write it down, but I don't know. I'm
Okay.
not completely 100% sold on throwing Legend of Zelda just because people
Well-
know what it is.
Well, it's not that. It's more the reason I would include these two is that do you know like okay, so the Star Wars main tune.
Hmm.
To be honest, I'm not going to throw that on, but it's amazing. And if you
Yes.
dare change that,
Yes.
I will crucify you.
Okay.
It's like
Okay,
every
this is how it
version
is.
needs
Jesus
to
Christ, all right.
include some rendition of that, or at least the Star Wars tune.
Yeah.
If you have to change the tune, then it's I don't know. I don't think it's probably done its job that well,
Okay.
and that's my main reason for it. I think Legend of Zelda and the Pokemon theme in particular were so well composed when they first came out that yes, there's been variations of it and stuff, but there's some rendition of that in every single game.
Yeah.
Um,
So is there a
The-
particular rendition that you'd be like, the
the original, the very,
that one.
very first
OG?
like Legend of Zelda on this, yeah.
Okay.
Because when you hear it like back then, you go, "That's the Legend of Zelda,"
Yeah.
and every other version afterwards is just like it's like the Bond theme, right?
Is the next one you're going to say Mario?
No, I'm not going to say Mario. Next
You're not
one I
going
was
to say Mario?
No, you're on a run
I
there,
wasn't.
Adam. You're-
Because it sounds like that would be the same argument.
Yeah, sure, it could be the same argument. I don't think it's that great though.
The Mario theme.
yeah,
Come on.
not as good as my next one. I would say the Wii lobby music. No,
Yeah. We all knew it, dude.
Yeah. That is great though. That'll be on volume 3. No,
Yeah.
One Winged Angel, Final Fantasy VII original.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. When you're talking iconic video game music,
Yeah.
and also
And we
Because
can't
every
choose the
time
movie.
they want to bring up Sephiroth and stuff, it's like that'll always make an appearance. Doesn't matter which rendition. If he shows up in a fucking fighting game, there you go. There's the track. Like it's that iconic. You just
Yeah.
need to
Remember-
slightly hear it, and you kind of know. Oh my god, are they going to show Sephiroth? And that's
Do you remember when they did that? The Smash Brothers and Sephiroth came into it. It
yeah, it was the
Yeah.
most amazing
Does-
fucking trailer I've ever seen.
was amazing.
It was absolutely incredible.
Yeah, that's for One Winged Angel. Yeah.
Yeah, well, okay, and not to be that guy, but obviously we don't want to just do a whole playlist of Final Fantasy VII stuff, right? So obviously, if we pick one, it has to be one.
What One Winged Angel?
Yeah, I would think so. If
Yeah,
if we go that way, I would think One Winged Angel is obviously a bigger track than. Don't get me wrong, Bombing Mission gets me too, but it's kind of like, Bombing Mission is paper cut. It's like, oh, it takes me right back to the beginning. But One Winged Angel is like numb. Everyone knows it. It's like the bigger song. Okay, cool. Are we serious that we're not going to consider any God of War though? I'm not over this. I feel strongly about this one.
Eric, do you think any of the God of War tracks?
Yeah.
Yeah, which one?
I was actually more thinking the music that they play during the Ragnarok sequence in God of War Ragnarok.
Well, I was like, it's either that or Whole Devil's Pot of Tea.
Okay. Do you want to
So-
write one of them down then?
Well, which one? Eric, you would be leaning more towards Ragnarok?
I can't recall the Ragnarok one.
I see. I would be leaning towards it, but I think it, the way we are probably going with this is we're probably gonna have a lot of like serious, dramatic pieces. So I think it would be fun to have whole Devil's Pot of Tea as just
I need to find out the
hey.
actual name of that track. Okay, so old school God of War theme.
Old school
Yep,
God of War.
okay.
Thing. Yeah.
Okay.
For a bit of fun.
Remember, it doesn't mean it's made the list yet. It's just we're just
Yeah, we're
considering.
just putting it down.
you know?
Putting it down.
God of War theme. Old.
Well, we
school.
all agreed on One Winged Angel, so I
we
think
all
that
agree
kind
on God of War. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing here.
Maybe.
You know, maybe. Okay. Any others? Eric, you got any more to throw out?
Jesus. Come back to me if you don't mind.
I have a lot more, and we could just kind of, if you
Literally,
want to
yeah.
quicken it up, we could just kind of, even at this moment in time, it's like, are we all in agreement? That goes on. If you wanted to.
I mean,
Yeah.
we were bringing Adam on because he's the music guy, so
You know what
it
I'm
makes more
saying?
sense to
This is-
yeah.
Unless, do you have more,
I'm-
Chris?
I'm here for
Well,
the jokes.
okay. I have to be careful that I'm not going too much Final Fantasy, right? But
We'll
there's
let
some
you
I
know.
need.
We'll let you know.
There's some I need to consider because I'm like they are like the best
Zanarkand? maybe?
soundtracks ever. Something from Final Fantasy X I think needs to be considered, and it's
Yeah.
either Zanarkand or fucking Otherworld.
Yeah.
You know,
Put them
in
both
this
down, and then
context.
I tell you
yeah,
what,
yeah,
put them,
and then
put them, yeah,
Right.
and then we can kind of measure out what's the energy of this.
Yeah.
yeah, and then it's like, and which one is going to Volume 3 instead? Yeah.
The only thing is, no, I'd say it's Zanarkand actually, because that one's the more iconic, isn't it?
It's definitely more iconic, but I
Well,
mean,
it's pretty
you
much
know.
like it's nearly the main theme, isn't it? Final Fantasy X.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. What about okay? I did say it earlier as just an example, but like, do we want to consider Snake Eater?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Snake Eater has good.
I was like, we can't really go a whole
Whole thing
volume
without
2 with no Metal Gear Solid music of any kind.
No.
Well,
and
I mean, the other piece would be the main Metal Gear Solid theme. It's the other
From
thing to put on.
MGS2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think Snake Eater takes that spot.
Dun 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 dun.
No, but I didn't mean to,
No, I agree-
to
I agree.
replace Snake
Because
Eater.
that was
but-
also on my list, but
Okay.
I think once Snake
but-
Eater's been mentioned, I think
That's fair. But then it's just for volume 3. If we're like, oh, we don't have Metal Gear Solid, it's like, well, the main theme.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
that's
Okay.
already true.
Adam, try it some more then.
Painful Memories, Heavy Rain.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't remember.
It's the main theme, Eric.
Fair enough.
Yeah, the piano piece. Pretty much
Really-
any time the dude is
really
sad.
sad music.
When he's thinking of painful memories. Oh my god, that's the title of the song.
Yeah.
They planned that.
I definitely would because that's a soundtrack I would return to.
Uh,
I have one I want to try it actually
Go for it.
Yeah.
again, and it might get a bit no, it might be like no, but Heavy Rain has made me think of it. It is not an original song, but this rendition was written for this game, and that's "Oh Death" from Until Dawn.
oh yeah,
Oh, death.
I think it's really cool and cinematic.
it is pretty cool.
To consider, not a definite because there's bigger
Consider.
songs.
Sure.
Put it
Yep.
down. Put it
Yep.
down.
Yep.
What are we on now, actually, with the putting it down list?
Don't worry about that part, right?
All
Because
right. Okay.
we'll ultimately, as we're then going through them, we want to make sure that the album isn't all the same thing, but also that we're hitting different vibes and stuff. And
Yeah.
so, okay. Like, we might end up picking one and going, well, no, you can't have a second one that sounds basically the same thing or has the same.
Yeah.
Alright.
Another classic then,
Go on.
the OG theme, Tomb Raider, 96.
I don't know about that one, but
I don't know that one.
Okay.
I don't think it's ever stood out. I'm putting it down, but I know Tomb Raider fans like it, but I don't know if like in the wider, yeah, I don't know.
You have to be a certain age, I think. Hits you right in the
Possibly,
nostalgia.
possibly. I just if I told people will you hum the Tomb Raider theme, I feel like maybe 1 in 10 could do it.
Yeah.
That who
The guy,
are
the guy in the
gamers.
retirement home,
Yeah,
still
yeah,
playing his
yeah.
PS1.
They're playing his PS1.
He remembers it.
He remembers. He
He remembers
knows.
it. He remembers two things on his PS1: the Tomb Raider main theme and the T-Rex in the black room. That's it.
That's all.
And perhaps Cube.
Would it be wrong and silly because of what it is? It's probably too short, but like the save room music from Resi 4 to consider. You know, like a peaceful little interlude in the middle of the album somewhere where like after something incredibly heavy and or something. Is that
No,
stupid?
that's stupid.
That's completely stupid.
Yeah, there's probably maybe that's a different thing that needs to happen.
Yeah, okay.
It's like our favorites. I don't know.
Restrooms.
Restroom music.
Yeah, there should be
Yeah.
like a bonus small playlist, which is just like the lounge, and it's all
Okay.
little
Now,
relaxing music.
just slight tangent there because we made the rule that we can't have pieces of music or songs in this that you can find somewhere else. But would we be able to do that for the lounge music if we ever decided to do it?
We can worry about that later, you know.
Because I was just thinking that, like,
I'm not actually that serious about this topic, to be honest.
I know, but it just
even to
reminded me.
consider it.
It just reminded me of like when you're playing The Evil Within and you hear Claire de Lune and you're just
Oh, I see what
Yeah.
you're saying. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you have the most like the relief ever when you hear that music, even though it's still super creepy and eerie. You are just like, oh, thank God, the save room.
Well, what about
There's
this
a
then?
slight
What,
tangent.
what about the Arkham Origins rendition of Carol of the Bells?
Well, actually, I have my little list Arkham Origins Suite, which is actually the one that plays during the main menu, and it's kind of it runs through a couple of the tracks, including
Yep.
Carol of the Bells.
Yeah. Because that game's soundtrack by Christopher Drake is absolutely like
He's pretty
uh,
good. He
it's
should do music more.
it's a great soundtrack, and yeah, I don't think enough people have actually given it a chance because they all heard that Origins wasn't great. So you know, Arkham Origins sweet. Yeah, you know how I'm gonna feel about that. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I also have the San Andreas main theme.
I see. It was going through my head, but I was like, would I better throw it out? Because
Well, if it's in your head, why not?
If it's in your head, what about something from? Because I feel like the music is very integral and creates a mood, but I don't know what specific track per se. There is one that comes to mind, but something from the Hellblade games.
All right.
I'm thinking of there's a track called Sieve, I don't know how you pronounce it, Seidh. They performed it with Hai Long, but it's not a Hai Long song. They performed it with Hai Long on stage at the Game Awards that time.
Yeah.
They were doing another trailer, and it was this fucking cool, just really cool piece of music that's really moody. I still listen to that, but I don't know how you guys feel about it.
I don't know that at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't know it. I heard it that
Okay.
once. I was like, it's cool to see them on the stage, but
All right, okay. I see. I sought it out after that.
right, okay.
My mistake was I kept typing in Hai Long. It's not a Hai Long song. I was like, where the fuck is this song? Like, okay, fair enough.
Any more, Eric?
Um,
I have three more.
this is probably Final Fantasy again, but Final Fantasy 15,
Yeah,
Apocalypse Noctis.
I would agree with this. I would agree with this.
I don't know it, but I'm also agreeing because that just sounds awesome.
Apocalypse Noctis is absolutely fucking incredible.
If you look up a trailer, it's the epic music in the trailer pretty much,
It's,
and then it plays
it's just the
once.
best.
I think that track actually only
You
plays
said that
once.
at least 3 times now.
No, it
Huh?
plays. It plays.
There's renditions of it, but I'm pretty sure it only plays once in the entire game.
Yeah,
Fair-
but there's renditions of it.
Oh,
So,
fair, okay.
Yeah, Apocalypse Noctis is fucking. I agree. It's incredible.
Thanks. My work here is done.
15, that's another 15 soundtrack does not get enough credit.
Pretty
Fucking
good.
Awesome.
I think Final Fantasy in general, though, always has a pretty good soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yes.
You could have a really shit Final Fantasy, but its score is bitching.
Yeah, 100%.
Like even Final Fantasy 10 too. It's a bitching track,
The
actually.
menu theme to Final Fantasy
Yeah,
2 is incredible.
it's really
Speaking of
good.
which, do we need to think of the Kingdom Hearts theme? Have you ever heard
I
that?
don't know it. No.
You don't know that?
Oh,
Oh,
I
I've
think
played on videos a lot.
I've heard
It's a
it,
real
but
piano thing.
yeah, I
It's
have heard it. But
You have heard it because you heard it in that video with the guy who does
yeah,
those remixes where it's like when the bride and groom are into whatever, and he mashes
yeah,
Kingdom Hearts theme with something. But yeah,
yeah.
I love those
I
videos.
I was gonna say, I think it's called nascence,
Okay,
nascence,
okay.
journey,
Oh yeah,
journey.
yeah,
It's
That's
like
fair.
the main one, the main tune.
yes, yeah.
I don't
Journey.
remember. I don't really remember any of that music, but I am absolutely on board because it's Journey.
No, I remember. Yeah, no, it's Journey has an incredible soundtrack.
Yeah.
Be wrong
I
not to consider it.
That's
this also has
Austin
to be
Wintry.
mentioned.
It is Austin Wintry.
Mm.
I
Yes.
cried during that game.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah,
There you have it.
that's the one. Yeah, at the end of the game when he's going up the mountain at the end. Oh,
Okay,
I have
do
two
we
more if you want me to spit them out, and then you
Spit
can
them
kind
out.
of go either yes or
Spit-
no.
spit them out?
Never forget from Halo 3.
This
Which
is not
is
ringing a bell.
if you remember loading up Halo 3 and it's like the camera's panning over that landscape, it's all blue and it's like that kind of melancholic music.
right.
That
Yeah,
place.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
That's the one.
Okay, okay.
That's why.
And Fallout's main theme, but you can kind of choose whichever fucking one you want really. They're kind of all the same, but I think that main theme is pretty bitchin'.
That one actually is another one that hasn't really changed that much over time.
No, it hasn't. Well, since 3, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah, you know all those two games.
Yeah. In the two games, that's exactly the same.
And what about the Tetris theme?
That's pretty good, actually.
What about
Are we? Oh, wait, are we putting? Do we have the me?
Ghost of Tsushima?
Yeah, that is a really good score, but I can't really recall anything from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Well,
find that
I would just say to put down the Jin Sekai if you want to do, because that's the main one.
yeah, it has a really good soundtrack, really good score.
It does. I think it just doesn't like jump out where I'm like I need to go and throw
Put
that
that
on.
on.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real then. I'm gonna say Tetris is iconic, but I am joking. I would not throw that on.
I think you will find that remixed into that wedding track would be just baller.
That's what I'm saying. I think there's Tetris remixes that maybe I'd listen to, but not
Yeah.
necessarily the Tetris theme.
Could
you
you
know?
imagine playing? Could you imagine playing Tetris and it just goes into like heavy metal?
Isn't it a fucking
Yeah.
shame that the Mortal Kombat team isn't the Mortal Kombat team?
Yes, that is a shame.
Isn't that a damn shame? Like, wouldn't you
'Cause,
love
yeah,
to be able
'cause
to
remember
say,
when
let's throw
they
Mortal Kombat in here? But
they were
Maybe that's
advertising-
another like list. It's like a list of songs associated with games that have nothing to do with the game. Because it's things like what was it? Requiem for a Dream for the Return of the King video game.
Yes, yeah.
But like, do you remember when they were advertising Mortal Kombat 11 and they used like an epic rendition of that at a point that it got me and Chris to go, "Oh, we got to pre-order this! It's the coolest thing ever."
Yeah, they did their job.
They really did. It was the coolest fucking trailer in a long time. And yeah, and it's just not in the game then, and it's like really disappointing. So just fucking put it in the game.
I don't think it's definitely not the first time they've done that.
No.
No, I wouldn't say so.
So, Eric, any more songs you want to add, or do we want to start whittling this down?
I think we should start whittling this down.
Do we feel that we have enough stuff here?
Yeah.
We're happy? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's go with a few definites, right? I feel like so we need to pick 14 tracks from the list, then we'll put them in order.
Okay.
Okay? So, how we all feeling on Snake Eater?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Snake Eater is going on the list. How do we feel about Xanarkand?
I would say yes. But then
Are we being careful that there's not too much Final Fantasy? Do we want to park that for a second?
Park it for a second because I just want to see, because we could end up having too much nice sounding music, and so we might end up thinking, no, we need a bit
I
of
don't
a
think that
other
that
world.
necessarily matters, does it?
Well, you want to just
I
you
like
want
Eric's
to
thinking. I like Eric's thinking.
Yeah.
you want to diversify it. You don't want it all to be the same sound.
I think how we did it last time was that we gave everything kind of like a score. So it's like there was 3 yeses across the board, only 2 yeses, and
Hmm.
so we can work it down that way. So I would say yes to Anakin, but what do you guys say?
So I would say yes. I just kind of
I want to wait and see what else is on
yeah
the list. Actually,
So maybe that's one yes for now.
that's
right
a,
yeah
okay. That's a maybe. Right. Suicide mission.
yes.
Yes.
Yes. That's on. All right. Let's see. Um, we should only go for one of these. So either The Only Thing They Fear Is You from Doom Eternal, or BFG from Doom. I don't know The Only Thing They Fear Is You, but maybe when I hear it, I'd know it. And I trust Eric. I'd be happy with either of these.
I I think it's probably safer maybe to go with the BFG, and also we're more likely all to agree on that one. So
Well, I'm actually I think I'll probably put a no on it.
Okay. Okay.
He's throwing a spanner in the works there.
Okay. Okay. Um. Sorry, now I'm after writing these all over the place. Uh, Bombing mission.
No.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Far Horizons from Skyrim.
Yes.
Yeah, that could be our interlude. It's a long interlude, but
That's
an
all
interlude.
fucking long, yeah.
I'm gonna say maybe.
Oh, he said maybe. Oh shit.
I don't think it's a net. Like, don't get me wrong, I like it, but again, it's more of a. I like to be doing something while it's on. I don't know if I
Yeah,
would
go
just
for a walk.
Yeah, I know, but like, yeah, okay.
How long is it?
I would say it's probably about 7 minutes, I think. I could be lying, but
Yeah.
I normally have it on repeat, so it's hard to know.
One Winged Angel.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
It's the 24 hours of that fucking Skyrim music because Adam just walks around.
Yeah. They just, like they put them on on YouTube. They make the 3 hour like
Oh,
ambient
yeah.
music stuff. Yeah.
Pokemon 1998.
I don't know it, so
I'm
I'll
gonna
have to
say yes.
no.
I'm gonna say maybe.
Okay.
The Legend of Zelda theme.
Maybe.
Yes. Yes.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I'm not. It's because I'm not hot on the Legend of Zelda theme, though. I'm the wrong person to ask here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Maybe.
This was a lot tougher than the first one. I think the first one we bombed it through pretty quickly.
Our format for the first one was better.
That's true.
That's what it is. Arkham Origins Suite.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Origins Suite. God of War theme.
No.
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, why not?
So it's in the maybe pile again. Okay.
Devil's Potter.
The Descent into the Village from Resident Evil Village.
I
No.
say yes.
I say yes as well. So it's in the maybe pile. San Andreas theme.
Yes.
No.
I would have said yes. Nascence from Journey.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Painful Memories from Heavy Rain.
Yes.
Yes.
I would have said no.
You can.
I just don't really. It never really gelled with me, to be
Really?
honest.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, no.
I thought that's one that you would.
If you really want a good time, throw on that.
Yeah, I thought that's one that you would have listened to. I don't know.
Like,
No,
oh my
no.
god, yeah. I feel so motivated right now.
Motivated to sit here in the shower.
The Price of
Yeah,
Freedom.
yeah.
Yes.
The Price of Freedom. I'm gonna put a
This is
no
a,
on it.
yes, it's a tricky one because Wandering Angel is already there.
Yeah,
So I don't
because
know.
I would put because I would put
Amazing
Xanagand
piece
over
of
it. You see,
music.
like it's good. Yes.
No, it's amazing. You shut the fuck up. The Tomb Raider theme from '96.
I don't know it, so I have to say no.
We'll come put no on that because I think
Yeah, I thought too. Yeah.
the other ones are more iconic. You know.
Okay. Oh, Death from Until Dawn.
It is very cool, but I'm gonna say no.
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah, because we have a lot to weed through.
How about Herald of Darkness from Alan Wake 2?
I would say yes.
I would say yes.
I'd obviously say no. I'm like,
Man, it's the best thing ever.
honestly, if we made this playlist and it was on it, you'd be fucking banging out to it, man. You'd love it.
We'll when we're over at yours later, we'll put it on for you.
Yeah.
no, I've heard it.
No, you haven't.
I haven't got the same connection to it.
No. It's not that. It's not that. It's as a song in its own right. It's banging guitar solos and everything is fucking great.
No. You have to enjoy it by doing the dance moves.
It's not all about the dance. That's not.
To dress in black spandex and do the dance.
Never Forget from Halo 3. I don't remember it. I gotta be
If you
honest.
don't remember it, then
I'd say no to that one.
pop it in the no list. But
Okay.
it's one of those tracks that like if you put it on, you will bring tears to anyone who's like in that era of Xbox. That's like top tier track, you know?
Okay. And the Fallout main theme.
No.
No.
Okay. Well, okay. So we have all agreed on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tracks
Cool.
so far. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the maybe pile.
Okay, so
we missed one, which was Apocalypsis Noctis.
I say yes.
From FF15. It's hard to say because you end up getting maybe too many Final Fantasy stuff, but also they just have the best fucking music, like, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would put that as a yes.
Okay.
Just because it's a bitchin' name.
No, I think I have come across it before. And yeah, no, it is class. I would certainly put it over the Alan Wake one anyway.
Poor hell, Darda. Just while I'm here, did we forget a Devil May Cry song?
No.
No, I was mistaken then. I feel like there is a Devil May Cry song out there that's like bitching.
Yeah.
No,
that's brilliant.
Not really, no.
No, okay, grand so.
Yeah, I would put on something from Tekken over
that. Are we missing one?
Lads, I need you to trust me on this.
Go on,
okay.
Trust me on this.
Did we talk about Otherworld?
No. I don't know what you're talking about for a second. I need you to trust me. The Jin Kazama theme from Tekken 3.
Yeah.
I need you to trust me on this. Eric, I know you're like, I don't know it right now.
But okay, you know what? All right. I'll trust you because you're.
It's techno-y and it's fucking awesome.
All right.
I'm in agreement to put that on if we're absolutely definitely not including the Alan Wake one.
On this particular volume.
Yeah.
Okay, right. We will not include Herald of Darkness. And we'll include Tekken.
Yeah. Okay. With the intentions of getting you to listen to it for volume 3.
For in the lead up to volume 3.
Okay.
So we're doing Jin Kazama?
We'll do Jin Kazama, yeah.
Fuck yes. Oh, yes. Okay. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tracks, and we have 7 to choose from the maybe pile. Okay.
Wait, now what? So how many do we need in total? I thought we only needed 14.
We need 14.
Yeah, we have 7.
What I mean is we need to choose 7 out of the maybe pile.
Oh, right, I got you.
Yeah.
All right, I thought you meant there was only 7 in the maybe pile, because then it's like, oh, done.
Yeah. There you go.
Wait, how much is in the maybe pile?
10.
10.
So we just need to say no to 3 games, and then we're done.
Yeah, like what's our least favorite three of that list?
No, you can't do it that way, right? You
We
gotta.
have to.
So no, the
Well,
list.
It's the only way to do it.
Herald of Darkness is in the
Oh
maybe
yeah,
pile,
Herald of Darkness is gone then.
and
Yeah.
that's gone now, right?
Okay.
Okay. So, in here we have Zanarkand.
For me, it's too difficult to say. I think it's going to be. Can you name them out and we can kind of see?
Okay, so we have Zanarkand, BFG, Far Horizons, Legend of Zelda, God of War theme, the Resident Evil Village theme, San Andreas theme, Painful Memories from Heavy Rain, and The Price of Freedom from Crisis Core.
So immediately for me, when I hear the list,
Yeah,
the next one to go
yeah.
would be Resident Evil Village.
Oh man, I think you're making a big mistake on that one. I think the
Over
vibe.
everything else that's in that list.
I think the vibes on that are so good.
Yeah.
I think it'll add something to the playlist. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I've
It's pretty skibbity up.
it is
What
good.
what stands out to you, Eric, in that list to kind of go
Honestly,
right?
now the fact that we have two Final Fantasy songs in there, the ones that actually stand out to me is Anarchin and Price of Freedom. Because then if we include those
Right.
two, that's now four Final Fantasy songs.
I think
So
Xanarkand is definitely over Price of Freedom in terms of what's the title of our thing again?
Best.
Yeah.
That's it. Best
yeah, but
video
we
game
yeah, but
soundtracks,
we don't
Volume
have
2.
Herald of Darkness in there, Adam. So
Yeah,
like I don't know.
so we've already fucked this up.
No, so yeah, I think Zanarkand has a much more emotional weight than Price of Freedom does have an emotional weight to it though. But
They're both very emotional
yeah, they're very
songs. They're
emotional.
just
Zanarkand though, I think, but it is the main theme, isn't it? The Final Fantasy X, and we didn't have Final Fantasy X at all on the last one.
if we were to include either of those two on this particular volume, I'd be inclined to go for Zanarkand, even though I love The Price of Freedom, because The Price of Freedom is basically a Final Fantasy VII song, and we
Yeah.
already
Yeah.
have One Winged Angel.
Yeah, so I'm leaning more towards Zanarkand as well.
Do we want to throw it on?
Yeah,
But just for now, let's knock off
Price of Freedom.
Oh, for now, knock off
Yeah.
Price of Freedom.
Yeah,
And we can
Okay.
just so it's one more has to go.
yeah.
And you think it should be Village?
I do think it should be Resident Evil Village, yeah. Out of everything that's there, 100%.
Eric, what do you think?
What would you knock off?
I'd knock off GTA San Andreas team.
I think again that for me, the San Andreas team. What? That adds a nice variety to the soundtrack because it's a hip hop track,
Fair,
Yeah.
fair, yeah.
and I
Yeah.
do think a bit like the first volume we did had variety.
Okay, yeah, fair.
You know, it had orchestral pieces,
It's
it had
also-
metal pieces, it had emotional songs.
When that's loading up as well, it's like it tells you everything about this game just in that one track.
It brings you right back to it.
Yeah. It's
You know,
so good.
it's a great soundtrack.
So do we want to put that on the list then?
Yeah.
All right, I add that to the list then. You made good arguments. Let's put it to the list.
San Andreas is on volume 2. Okay. Okay, I will. So, okay.
Name them out again, and for me, it's Village
I
has to
know.
go. But
I know.
name them out again.
Zanarkand,
Mhm,
BFG,
mhm,
Far Horizons,
mhm,
Legend of Zelda theme,
mhm.
God of War theme, but it's the whole
Mhm.
Devil Potta theme. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
that one,
Yeah.
The Descent into the Village
Mhm,
and Painful Memories.
mhm.
That's what we have left.
It's just, I think if you saw that entire list right now, right? Pretty much everything you've just mentioned there, maybe outside of BFG, but it is like when that moment happens, it's like just next level. They're all kind of like when you think of the game,
Yeah.
that's what you think of.
I feel that way about Ori Village because it was
I,
it was the music to all of the marketing,
I don't recall that.
like, and it was sick. And I, but I hear what you're
I,
saying. Well, hold on.
I,
Far Horizons from Skyrim is not what people think of.
Well, no, they think of the Dragonborn, but
Absolutely.
when you're roaming around and like I mean, how many times that comes on? Like what, 50 times when you're roaming?
No, don't get me wrong. I think once you hear it, you go, "Oh, that is from Skyrim." But if
Yeah,
I was to say, like, think of Skyrim, that I don't think that's what people would think of. Don't get me wrong. I love it. And then the other thing is like, Heavy Rain was a niche game, so Painful Memories is
I wouldn't.
iconic if you played Heavy Rain. But
Heavy Rain
outside
wasn't.
of
Yeah, Heavy Rain wasn't in as far as that genre of game. Heavy
yeah,
Rain wasn't that niche.
but
about to throw a spanner in the works.
go on,
If we're
Eric.
talking
Get rid
about
of all of them.
yeah, and let's
Let's
start
start
again.
from scratch.
No, I'm actually we're thinking about Skyrim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should it not be the Dragon's Reach music? Because I think that's the moment when you go, oh fuck, I'm in something special here. It's when you enter Dragon's Reach and you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
that very qu- Nordic choir like voice
yeah.
coming in.
It's yeah. I'd say it's kind of those two because those two tend to play quite frequently
Mm.
uh throughout. But yeah, when that hits the moment you walk in, it is pretty baller. Um,
Well, let's be honest, right? Given who we are, if there's to be a volume 3, which I feel like there has to be,
yeah,
there has to be a trilogy.
Mm.
Whichever one we pick now, the other one go on the other one. So that settles it that at least one of the Skyrim tracks should go on it, and then at least Skyrim has been on all 3 volumes from us, right? It wouldn't be the brothers' take if that didn't happen. So how
Yeah.
do we feel about picking one of them for now, going on for definite?
yeah.
And I don't mind which one. Maybe because we had it on this particular list for the longest, maybe we should do Far Horizons for now,
Fair enough. Yeah.
and then we save Dragon's Reach for
Yeah.
Volume 3. Is anyone against that as a decision?
Nope.
No?
Or Skyrim. I'm all in
Okay.
for it.
Far Horizons from Skyrim has made it onto the list. I guarantee you, though, people are going to be like, that track on its own is not iconic. Versus, like, because they always think of just the main theme of a game, not a
Yeah.
theme within a game, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can't put that.
I
Well, we
think
could.
what
but-
our first one was called the best video game scores. I think it was called, wasn't it?
I thought it was soundtrack.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Yeah. Okay, so, all right.
Best video game soundtracks, Volume 1. The Brothers
Okay.
take.
In terms of one to go, then I think I'm losing this village battle, am I?
I don't know.
Yeah, Adam,
That's the only. It's the only one I'm the only one who has actually voted for one to go. Which one would you vote for to go?
Adam is making a good point in that the rest of the music is more iconic and more to the heart of the game rather than
Okay.
now. Don't get me wrong, that's like the only piece of music I listen to when it comes to Resident Evil franchise.
That's
It's
what
Yeah, I
mean.
agree. It is actually a brilliant moment.
baller music, but
And it's,
in
yeah,
comparison, as Adam was saying, in comparison to the rest of the music you are listing, which tend to be like the main themes of the game, like the main pieces of music, that's kind of in it's lesser, you know.
Okay. Okay, fine. Am I are you voting for it then, Eric, to go?
I unfortunately, yeah, Adam makes a good point voting for it to go.
Okay. Okay. Well, then that decides then that joining this volume 2 will be Xanarkand. 3 Final Fantasy tracks. All different games, though. All different games.
All different games.
BFG,
Mhm.
Legend of Zelda,
Mhm.
God of War, and Painful Memories. Which I feel like is the kind of like the Silent Hill 2 track of this album
yeah.
Yeah.
in a way. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 tracks. I don't want to spend too long on the ordering of these. Some of them will just make sense in terms of like energy or what we should open up with or blah blah blah. Obviously, you don't want to put the three Final Fantasy tracks in a row because it just puts too much emphasis on the fact that
Mhm.
there is three here, all completely different composers, by the way. And is it the original One Winged Angel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like as much as the other ones are like
Badass.
actually more listenable, if you want to say that. I just think um yeah, just I would put the original on there just for because it's what it has done.
Part of me wants to open this with Snake Eater.
Yes, if we open with Snake Eater, I think it should close with One Winged Angel.
Okay.
Bro, man, bro. You speaking such bro language?
Eric, do you agree with that?
Yeah. That's
Yeah, it's just the way. Unless I can't remember how the was it called the apocalyptic one?
Apocalypsis Noctis.
How does that end? It's just like One Winged Angel has such a fucking end to it, you know?
Yeah, no, I'm okay with. I think, yeah, I'm okay with that. I don't think Apocalypsis Noctis is a fucking amazing song to listen to, and it'll work really well in the mix. But it's not. It's not more iconic than ending on One Winged Angel.
Hmm.
Which is
Also, that
such-
means we're starting with like a game part of Adam's favorite franchise, and then ending with music from Chris's favorite game. So that's
Which
pretty good.
means Suicide Mission has to be in the middle,
Yeah,
yeah,
like track 7 or something.
something like that.
nice.
All right, so
Nice.
there's a Snake Eater there. One Winged Angel is the final track. So let's see. After Snake Eater,
I feel like we got to go big. No, because
yeah. Well,
that's
so on Volume 2, the second track was the Nate Drake theme. So
yeah.
it was adventurous and big. Do we want to go adventurous here? Do we want to go, or do we want to go something badass like Jin Kazama's team from Tekken 3?
Can we start with yeah?
I think so.
Do me a quick favor, right?
Yeah, because
Alright.
I'm just like kind of listening to how Snake Eater ends because it has that like horns thing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then going straight into
Ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
Ding. Like, yeah. It's kind of a cool techno team at the start.
or San Andreas actually.
I think it's too early for San Andreas.
Ooh, okay.
I think it's too early for San Andreas. Jin Kazama, track 2.
Kijin Gazama Trek 2.
This is going to be awesome. All right, track 3.
All right, so
This could be San Andreas.
Oh, so not that early.
What were you thinking? Sorry.
I don't know. I have to like rethink what was on the list again.
Oh, okay.
who's up to San Andreas is too early. All right, it's too early.
Well, track
track
2 is
3.
too early. Track 2 is too early. I think.
This reminds me as well. Can we miss the Devil May Cry song? No. No.
No, the opposite. Or maybe we need to be thinking so that they're spread out enough. Maybe a Final Fantasy track needs to go here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like I'm looking. I have the first one opened up. So we had Dragon Ball
Noctis?
Uncharted, and then we had Promise. So I was actually thinking the Sanarkand.
Might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're going like kind of banger after banger, then mellow it a bit and then bring us back up. You know.
I'm okay with that.
Yep, sounded good.
Okay. Xanarkand. So in track 4,
This is Zelda.
Legend of Zelda.
I was actually thinking.
Xanarkand.
I would actually put Legend of Zelda after Suicide Mission and then into Far Horizons.
Awesome. Okay, we need to
Okay.
keep that sequence in mind.
Well, that's 7, 8, 9.
Well, it could be 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Thereabouts. Although 7, 8, 9 sounds good. Let's just do that. So Suicide
Yeah.
Mission.
7, because in the middle. Ish.
Yeah. Then what you say after that? You said Legend of Zelda.
Legend of Zelda.
Okay. And then Far Horizons. Now, so that they don't get too close together. After Far Horizons, which was quite calm, I would do Apocalypsis Noctis.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Bring
at
us
least
back
there's
up.
a little bit of gap before we get to One Winged Angel.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, after Xanarkand then. Back there for a second.
I'm thinking either GTA or BFG.
What was before Xanarkand again? It was the Tekken one.
Jin
Yeah.
Kazama, yeah.
I'm wondering if what's left on the list actually?
What's left on the list now is the Arkham Origins team, Nascence
Okay.
from Journey, San Andreas team, BFG, the God of War team, and Painful Memories. I actually think the God of War team after Xanarkand would be sick.
Yes.
All right. God of War.
God of War. And after God of War, San Andreas.
He's thinking about it.
I'm just trying to think. Yeah, the flow of it. No, maybe you're right. Maybe San Andreas does need to go up a little bit earlier. Maybe before Xanarkand.
So after Jin Kazama,
Yeah,
techno into hip hop, move Xanarkand down one and God of War down one.
yeah, I think so.
Okay. I'm okay with that. San Andreas, Xanarkand, God of War. Now something needs to go between God of War and Suicide Mission. And it's between the Arkham Origins suite, Nascence from Journey, BFG from Doom,
Journey.
or Painful Memories. I think Journey.
Journey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is
Calm
it
it
going to
down.
be two? Yeah, you have Journey, Suicide Mission, Legend of Zelda, and then Far Horizons.
It's just I think BFG should nearly be before One Winged Angel.
As a last mosher before the big kind of epic orchestra piece.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's just do that now then. Let's put BFG there. Let's put Journey after God of War.
Unless you wanted to swip. Okay, just hold it there for now. Yeah, yeah.
I will. So now, after Apocalypsis Noctis, there are 2 tracks left before we get to BFG. And they would be the Arkham Origins suite and Painful Memories.
Probably Painful Memories, then Arkham Origins.
Yeah,
Right?
I would
Yeah.
probably think so. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, because yes. Yeah.
And then Arkham Origins. So, what our Volume 2 is now looking like after much deliberation and throwing tracks out there and trying to remember tracks and all this kind of stuff. And again, down to the brothers' takes, particular tastes, not necessarily. Oh, this should be the brothers' tastes. We have 14 tracks to make up Volume 2. And that is Snake Eater from Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, Jin Kazama from Tekken 3, the San Andreas team from GTA, Xanarkand from Final Fantasy X, the God of War theme from the original God of War trilogy, Nascence from Journey, Suicide Mission from Mass Effect 2, the Legend of Zelda theme from the Legend of Zelda series, Far Horizons from Skyrim, Apocalypsis Noctis from Final Fantasy 15, Painful Memories from Heavy Rain, Arkham Origins Suite from Batman Arkham Origins, BFG from Doom 2016, and One Winged Angel from Final Fantasy VII. How are we feeling when we lay it all out there? Actually, there is a lot of iconic games there. Great, a good mix of music. We might have blown our load a little bit on Volume 1 in terms of picking like main themes, but for me, some of these are slightly deeper dives. Some of them, and then some of them are other big main themes, which is really, really cool. We're going to make this playlist and we're going to share it on Spotify and Apple Music, which is what we did with the first volume. So you'll be able to check it out yourselves and see, did we get it wrong? You could even then afterwards let us know if you think, so we won't change what's on it. We have decided this is what's going on it, right? You can still let us know if you think we're wrong and what we should consider for Volume 3. But what you can do as well is let us know, do you think we got the order wrong? After you listen through it, do you think something should move? And we can rearrange the order. If
And
enough
then you
people
can
are like,
explain to us
yeah,
why exactly Never Forget from Halo 3 wasn't on it.
you can. And me and Eric are going to have to re-listen to it, and maybe it's a Volume 3 track. We have to see. The other thing you can do
It would have been. I realized how absolutely mellow the whole thing would have been if it was just my choices. Because
yeah, it might have been too mellow. Yeah,
it wouldn't have fit here.
we needed a few energetic tracks too. And yeah. And then as well, you can message and let Adam know why the Descent into the Village from Resident Evil Village should be considered at least for Volume 3, as well as Herald of Darkness.
As well as the Devil May Cry song.
We need to check that out. I don't know. I feel like Devil May Cry does have bitchin' tracks, but maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, that will do it for Volume 2 of the Brothers Takes Best Video Game Soundtracks. Again, if you watch the YouTube, jump down into the comments to share your thoughts on what we picked, what we should have picked, and ultimately the ordering of the tracks. We will put links down below in the description to the actual playlists themselves. You can give them a listen and give us your feedback on the ordering of the tracks. If you enjoyed this discussion, please do give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, ring the notification bell for all future episodes. And to those who listen on audio platforms, you can touch base on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X at The Brothers Take, again, to give your take on the best video game soundtracks of all time. Let us know ones that we should be checking out, even if they're games we haven't played. If it's just that you should listen to this song from this game, do send us some suggestions. Thank you so much for checking out this week's episode. We will be back to talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.